Greetings, 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 good people. Happy Tuesday. It is May 21st. The year is 2024, and it is Hot Topics time. Okay. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. As you're coming in, please pay your admission fee by hitting the like button. Okay. Thank you in advance. Now, I know most of y'all are probably all diddied out, but there have been some new developments since my Hot Topics video yesterday. All right. So I'm going to get into that. There are a lot of entertainers, celebrities, popular people who are distancing themselves from Diddy. All right. We got 50 Cent, the biggest troll in the industry. He is having a great day today. There's been some news as it pertains to Diddy, and this guy is going to make a lot of money. So I'll get into that. Stick around. All right. So without further ado, let's get into some hot topics. Now, before we get into all things Diddy, let me just hit you with some news that you could probably use, okay? Now, I saw this article the other day, and I thought it was interesting. I wanted to bring it to your attention. The significance to me is, I'm just going to straight up say it. I do not like, personally, when popular people or public figures, whatever you want to call them this week, get honorary degrees. It grinds my gears. As someone who went to college the old-fashioned way and earned her degrees, plural, I find this extremely offensive, okay? And it just makes it seem like there's no value and these degrees hold no weight, okay? So, y'all president, Joe Biden, he was awarded an honorary degree from Morehouse College, okay? During his speech, the president, y'all president, spoke about the Morehouse tradition and his first-term accomplishments that have benefited Black Americans. Of course, because Joe Biden always lets you know, if you don't vote for him, then you ain't really Black. Remember when he said that? Now, during the commencement exercises for the 2024 graduating class of Morehouse College, President Joe Biden received an honorary degree from the historically Black college on Sunday of all days, May 19th, which was Malcolm X's birthday. Fun facts. Biden opened his speech by thanking President David Thomas, the faculty and staff and alumni, before joking about the number of Morehouse men who work in his administration. He said, "I got more Morehouse men in the White House telling me what to do than I know what to do." There was laughter. He says, "Y'all think I'm kidding, don't you?" There was more laughter. "You know I'm not. And it's the best thing that's happened to me." He goes on to say, "I have no doubt that a Morehouse man will be president one day," adding that it will have to take place after Vice President Kamala Harris, just after an AKA from Howard. She's tough, guys. And, you know, a lot of the students, he began talking about some of the, how can I word this? I have to be careful. The political affairs that have been going on in different countries, you know. And there were a lot of students who, I guess, in protest, they turned their chairs away from the stage. So they had their backs turned to Biden. If you know, you know, okay? We can't get too political here. We got to watch what we say, all right? If you're interested, you want to read more, go to BET.com and you too can read the article. All right, let's move it along. If you're wondering why I have this screen up, I was a little too lazy to make a thumbnail, okay? I just wanted to get this video, this Hot Topics video out to you guys, okay? And plus, I like my picture in here. All right, let's move this along. I saw this circulating on the interwebs earlier today, and I thought that this was very, very interesting, okay? So apparently, there was an award assembly at a school, and this woman was very upset. This mother was very upset that her child, I think it was her son, did not receive an award. So she proceeded to act a donkey, okay? And the caption reads, "Imagine coming to your child award ceremony and you mad he ain't getting an award." All right, y'all ready? Like to hear it? Here you go.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for what we're seeing right now. But Mom, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you. Mom, we can look at it in a minute. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I apologize. Boys and girls.
Ladies and gentlemen, and here is one of the causes why some of these children grow up to be just as ignorant as the people that raised them. Okay. Now, some people in the comments shared their thoughts, of course. I enjoy looking through the comments. You know, I respect other people's opinions. I don't agree all the time, but it doesn't matter whether I agree or not. I believe they have the right to have their opinion, right? So there were some people that were saying, why would the mother be invited to the award show if her child, or award ceremony, excuse me, if her child was not receiving an award? There were others that were saying that the mother wasn't invited to the awards ceremony. She decided to go and confront the administration as to why her child did not receive an award. So, you know, a lot of people were going back and forth. I don't care if she was invited. It's even worse if she wasn't invited. She's ignorant. I don't care how upset you are. Listen, you being upset and angry doesn't excuse ignorant behavior, okay? And it's even worse because she's an adult. And it's even worse than that because she's somebody's mother. Yikes, okay? You say what you want to say. I am not for all this ignorant, SHIT, when children are present. Okay, there's a time and a place. If you want to know why, as a matter of fact, she knows exactly why her child didn't get an award. You know why, okay? And there were people in the comments that I actually felt the same way when they stated that sometimes kids are not always going to get awarded, okay? Sometimes kids fall short. It's just a encouragement when they see their peers winning awards. It should encourage them to work harder so that they can receive awards as well. And I'm all for that. I do think that a lot of children have been coddled, and you know, it's the whole participation trophy thing, and it just doesn't, it's just not reality. When you become an adult and you're entering into the real world and you have to take care of yourself, you're not always going to be rewarded just for participating, right? I mean, it is what it is. So are we setting up our children to be disappointed and have emotional issues because we want them to have the participation trophy? Is this mother setting her son up for failure by her actions? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe he will be the complete opposite. But I do know one thing: he's never going to forget this. And you have successfully embarrassed, never mind embarrassing yourself, because you seem very comfortable doing that, ma'am, but you have embarrassed your child. And I tell you, it really sucks for these kids that some of their parents cannot exhibit any self control. They think going up to schools and cussing everybody out is cute. Your child still has to go to that school, and he has to face everybody after you just made a fool of yourself and embarrass him. Good job, sarcasm. Insert sarcasm here. It's just ignorant. It's ignorant. It's stupid. I will never condone it. Never, 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 never. And you're probably a part of the reason why your child didn't get an award. All right, moving along. It's time for this Diddy mess. Now, yesterday, during my Hot Topics video, I stated that Diddy's apology was just dumb because he doesn't owe the public an apology. Make sure you guys check that the previous video out. I stated, in my opinion, that he does not owe me or the public an apology because he didn't do nothing to me. He didn't do anything to the public either, okay? If he is going to issue an apology to someone, it should be to his children and, of course, Cassie. And then while I was speaking, I said to myself, well, I wonder if he can even, he probably can't even mention her name, not knowing that this was posted on the Shade Room. I didn't know at the time that I recorded the video. So I pulled this up afterwards, yesterday, after the video uploaded, and I said I was going to talk about it today. So Diddy reportedly legally barred from saying Cassie's name in public after the settlement. This makes sense, right? Now, according to TMZ, Diddy and Cassie are both legally barred from speaking about each other in public after their November 2023 settlement. The news comes after Diddy received backlash for not directly apologizing to Cassie in the apology video after footage of him putting hands on her was released. Now, according to sources close to the matter, the settlement included a very tight non disclosure agreement that prevents the two from mentioning each other in public forums. You know, the releasing of that video, which I didn't watch, like I was scrolling, I mentioned this yesterday, I was scrolling and the video auto played and I just saw a clip of him like pulling her, or she was on the ground and he was pulling her. I read the article. I don't need to see it. This is definitely traumatizing to Cassie to wake up and have your name trending again and being notified that this footage has been released. It's just sad, but the media is thirsty for blood, so it doesn't matter if they're re-traumatizing someone or basically socially annihilating someone else. This is we didn't need to see that. We really didn't need to see it. Some people don't mind. This was all detailed in her lawsuit against Diddy. And I think a lot of people, anybody could have access to the details, but I know a lot of people don't like to sit through and read. They think reading all that information is daunting. So I get it. But I didn't sit and watch the video. I read articles that displayed that details, excuse me, what transpired in the video. So basically, even if he wanted to say her name, he can't. She can't say his name. I don't see any reason why she would want to publicly. I just hope that Cassie is okay. I hope that she is disconnected from social media as much as she can be. And I really, really pray for a complete and total healing, for her, because it's just, oh, I know she doesn't want to live the rest of her life having to be traumatized permanently. I mean, I don't know. This is sad. This is really, really sad. I wish that there was some sort of a clause in this settlement that nothing, no footage or anything like that would ever be released. You know what I'm saying? And this triggered a lot of people who were survivors of DV as well. I saw a lot of people posting videos and posting comments on social media stating that they're logging off to protect their mental health because this is absolutely positively traumatizing. So I just hope that Cassie is I hope that she's okay. I know she's probably not at this moment, but I just pray for healing for her, honestly. Wholly, entirely, totally, etc. And TD Jakes, I didn't pull this up, but TD Jakes um he talked about men putting their hands on women, right? During his sermon this past Sunday, before he actually got into his sermon. And there were people who had criticism about that. They're saying, oh, TD Jakes is distancing himself from Diddy, etc. So people who distance themselves from Diddy, some of y'all got a problem with. People who are still associated with Diddy, some of y'all got a problem with. What I don't think that he's distancing himself from Diddy. That's not what he said. And as someone who, believe it or not, watches TD Jakes, I do watch his services on Sunday, and I have been for several years, like several years, right? This is not the first time that he's talked about men putting their hands on women. He actually often talks about that during his sermons and in his interviews. So I guess it may seem like out of the ordinary for people who are not accustomed to watching him or listening to him. But he talks about that a lot, and he definitely chastises men quite frequently that I've heard myself. So I don't know. Who knows? All right. Up next. Now let me tell y'all what y'all not gonna do. Okay. Y'all not gonna play with Miss Calandria Rowland. Kelly Rowland for short. I don't know what transpired. I don't even care. But all I know is Kelly let this lady know what you not gonna do is not talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. You not my mama. Don't talk to me like that. Okay? The bob was bobbing and it was blonde. Okay? So she meant business. I don't know what happened. I saw her name trending earlier. People were saying that somebody stepped on her dress and she got somebody together. I don't know who this woman is, who this cloud colored woman is, but Kelly is not playing with her. Okay, and the lovely talented people who are just as nosy as I am were able to read her lips and somewhat make out what she was saying. And the consensus is that she said something along the lines of, "Don't talk to me like that. You are not my mother or mama. Don't talk to me that way." Right on. So here's some still shots. Of course, they're going to make Kelly Rowland out to be some angry black woman, but I am pretty sure that she was rightfully defending herself. Okay, because some of these cloud colored people will try you. And then when you check them, they want to become docile and demure and act like they're and shrink and act like they're victims. This lady wasn't really acting like a victim, but I'm pretty sure whatever it is that Kelly said to her, she deserved it. Y'all leave Kelly alone. And y'all gonna respect her. Okay? Y'all gonna give her her things. Y'all gonna show her respect because she is deserving of it. Okay? I don't think Kelly Rowland be walking around disrespecting people. Okay? Not that I've seen anyway. All right, who's up next? Oh, speaking of celebrities distancing themselves from Diddy. Now listen, this man, he's really something special. Okay? This is Diddy's former artist, Shine Barrow. For those of you who are not aware, um, several years ago, there was an incident at a nightclub. Okay. Diddy did something allegedly, Diddy did something that he wasn't supposed to do. And basically, Shine took the fall. Okay. He didn't volunteer to take the fall. Y'all know how the industry is. Well, if you don't know, you might want to Google it. And Shine was locked up for how many years did he do? 10? Correct me in the comments. I don't remember. Shine was locked up for a long time for something that he didn't do. He still maintains that he is innocent to this day. Well, when Shine was released from jail, he was deported back to his home country of Belize, and he became prime minister or he some leader of whatever it is. No disrespect, no disrespect. I got brain fog right now. So he became a political figure, and I think he was running for president or prime minister. I'm not sure what the exact title is in Belize. And just recently, when Diddy was honored at the BET Awards a couple of years back, surprisingly, Shine came out and performed. When Shine was allowed back into the United States, he seemingly behaved like he forgave Diddy and it's all water under the bridge, even though, the public, some of us were no, Shine, stay away from Diddy. Anyway, in response to the video of Diddy and Cassie that was circulating, Shine basically lets everybody know that he denounces the repugnant behavior of Sean Diddy Combs, captured on the video in which he is seen putting hands on Mrs. Cassie Ventura Fine. There is no place for violence against women anywhere on the planet. As a father of a precious daughter, a global citizen, and the next prime minister of Belize, I want absolutely nothing to do with people who engage in this pattern of diabolical behavior. Now, this is my kind of writing. My prayers are with Cassie and all the other victims who have come forward with horrendous allegations against Mr. Combs. Honorable Dr. Shine Barrow, opposition leader of Belize. Well, Diddy's distancing himself. I saw earlier today that Steph Curry unfollowed. How do people know who unfollows who on social media? It's being reported that Steph Curry has unfollowed Diddy on Instagram. How do you guys keep track of that? Whatever. So it seems that Diddy's reputation is up in flames, right? And there are people who are distancing themselves. Now, as far as Shine is concerned, brother, I'm surprised you didn't say this years ago. Okay, I understand that now you hold a political position of power, and you've done a lot for the people of Belize, and you've obviously grown. Right, you're older, but I'm glad to see that Shine is distancing himself from Diddy. He should have distanced himself a long time ago, but he was a young man with a dream. He was a very talented rapper, and he put the past behind him. So I'm all for this. There's a lot of people who they're sharing their opinions on social media, and It's just interesting. To be honest with you, if people decide to still associate with Diddy, trust me, by next month, unless more allegations come out, and child, there's a model that is suing Diddy, claiming, that he did the unthinkable to her. So there's a new lawsuit that just popped up today. Maybe I'll save that for another day. But by next month, I'm pretty sure people will move on to someone else. And Diddy, these allegations, not in reference to Cassie, but other allegations, if they are proven to be true, then I mean, you just gonna have to own up to what you did. You don't have to own up to us publicly, and you're just gonna have to take. You're gonna have to deal with the consequences. It's part of life. Can't run from it. All right, who else? Peloton, y'all. Y'all got a Peloton bike? Peloton pumps brakes. I see what they did there. I see what they did there on all Diddy music, y'all. So Peloton is swearing off Diddy's music for all future workouts. This after the horrifying 2016 clip of the rapper and Cassie emerged. On his private members Facebook page, the fitness company stated, quote, "We take this issue very seriously and confirm Peloton has paused the use of Sean Combs' music as well as remove the Bad Boy Entertainment Artist series on our platform." Okay. They add, quote, "This means our instructors are no longer using his music in any newly produced classes. Again, thank you for sharing your concerns and thank you for being a member of our Peloton community." End quote. Okay, so how do you guys feel that you're no longer going to be hearing Bad Boy's greatest hits on during your Peloton classes? Now, today is the Notorious B.I.G.'s birthday. Okay. And I thought about Biggie, my favorite rapper. And I thought about Biggie, and I'm saying to myself, if everyone is removing all of Diddy's music from the radio, from everywhere, does that include Biggie's too? That totally sucks. Let me tell you something. Biggie's first and second albums, they belong to the streets. Okay, Diddy is whispering on there, and he's on a couple of songs, but those albums belong to the street. They belong to us. Damn you, Diddy. Ugh. All right, let's move this along. Did you guys hit the like button? That's your admission fee. Costs you absolutely nothing. Just hit the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Misa Hilton is someone else who is speaking out. Misa Hilton is the son, I mean, excuse me, the mother of Diddy's firstborn son, Justin. Okay. Now she is speaking out. Of course, she saw the video just like everyone else did, and she posted to social media stating, "I am heartbroken that Cassie must relive the horror of her abuse, and my heart goes out to her. I know exactly how she feels, and through my empathy, it has triggered my own trauma." Now, a lot of people are under the assumption that maybe Misa Hilton has suffered the same situation as Cassie. And that could be true and not necessarily. I mean, Diddy wasn't the only person that she dated. Regardless, she's showing empathy for another woman who went through a similar situation. And I think that that is kind of her to do. Okay, so she goes on in her post, "These young people were raised by women that want the best for them. We put God and education first and have always been united in our mutual effort to support their dreams. Two of the youngest do not have their mother here, and it has been our duty to support them." So this is a photo of all four of Diddy's girls. Okay. Going on, Hilton spoke directly about her ex, adding, "Their father needs help, and I am praying that he truly does the personal work and receives it." Okay. Yeah, I can respect that. Now, I wonder, are you guys going to criticize her because she's stating that he needs help and she's going to pray for him? Kelly Price did. Kelly Price caught a lot of flack because she stated that, Diddy needs to repent, and she loves him and she wishes the best for him, etc., etc. So I don't know. It's just a whole lot going on, and I think that there is more to come. This is just the tip of the iceberg. They're going to make sure that Diddy is not going to be able to be associated with anyone in the entertainment business. He's no longer really making music like he was back in the day. So the only thing that he probably would do would be on the business side, on the back end, behind the scenes, right? Not necessarily up front in the limelight, all in the video, all on the record, right? And after this, his reputation is tarnished. Will he come back from this? Who knows? But right now, everyone is trying to get as far away from Diddy as humanly possible. And ladies and gentlemen, last but certainly not least, if it's one person that marvels in the downfall of another, it is 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson. When I tell you that he has been nonstop trolling on social media as it pertains to Diddy, and I saw this right before I pressed record. 50 Cent sells Diddy doc to Netflix after bidding war. And it's so interesting because 50 Cent would often post on Twitter hashtag Diddy documentary or Diddy, something along the lines of a Diddy documentary. And I said to myself, what does Curtis have up his sleeve? Well, let's read. 50 Cent has been hyping up his Diddy documentary for months, and he wasn't trolling his arch enemy, is it arch enemy? Arch enemy. You know what it means. As the project just landed a prestigious new home, TMZ has learned. Multiple sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ 50's multi part documentary about the allegations against Diddy was purchased by Netflix. We're told there was a massive bidding war over the doc, which was produced through 50's G Unit Film and Television Studios with multiple networks and all the streaming platforms attempting to land the series. If it's one thing 50 Cent is a troll. And if it's another thing that he definitely knows how to play the business game. He had this signed, sealed, and delivered, and he waited and let these streaming companies go back and forth, and then boom, all of this stuff hits the fan. CNN releases footage, and now it's in higher demand and sold to the highest bidder. Ultimately, the big red N emerged the victor. With sources telling TMZ the new Diddy docuseries will hit the streamer sooner than later. My goodness, the documentary couldn't be timelier. The rap mogul was hit with another civil lawsuit Tuesday. This is what I was just talking about, with model Crystal McKinney accusing Diddy of doing illegal things to her in 2003. She came forward after 2016 security footage of Diddy and Cassie in a hotel hallway surfaced Friday. Cassie previously accused Diddy of doing, what she said he did last year and settled out of court one day later. In his video apology posted last weekend, Diddy apologized and called the Cassie incident one of the darkest times in his life. He's still facing a handful of other claims in several different lawsuits and has denied the accusations. My God, today. As for how 50 Cent fits into the saga, the rival rapper has been trolling Diddy amid his legal woes, frequently taking to social media and weighing in on the allegations, as well as the federal raids on the Bad Boy Records founder's LA and Miami homes. Oh my goodness. I wonder how much money they paid 50 Cent for this. Oof. The two rappers have been at odds for nearly 2 decades, dating back to 2006 when 50 released a diss track called The Bomb, in which he alleged Diddy knows who took out my favorite rapper, Biggie Smalls. Okay? Excuse me, the notorious B.I.G. Okay? Harvey and them said that they reached out to reps for 50 and Netflix. So far, no word back. He's probably somewhere popping champagne. And I am curious to know how much, if this is true, how much did Netflix pay Curtis and G Unit Studios for this docuseries? Who produced this? Who put this together? Oh man, this is the nail in the coffin for Diddy, and 50 Cent is laughing all the way to the bank. This is just crazy. This is totally unfortunate. It's sad, and like I said, I just hope that Cassie and anyone else that has been victimized, whether they're in the forefront or they're staying silent, I just really hope that they are okay mentally, because money doesn't fix everything. And a lot of people were criticizing Cassie for the amount of money that was possibly she received in the settlement. But money is not going to undo the trauma that she faced. It's not. It's not. And that's the least that she can get is some money out of this. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This is really, really scary. Well, y'all, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. Drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. And again, if you have not hit the like button, please do so. Okay, that is your admission fee. All right. So 50 Cent, I want to know how much Netflix paid this man. He had this locked and loaded and ready. It's a boss move. I'm not mad at him. He's just immature. He's an immature troll. But Diddy, you're making it so easy for him. Anywho, all right, y'all. I'm signing off. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, I'll talk to you later.